Welcome back to PixArk Survivors. So today I wanted to share a couple of things. First of all, we got a new member on the server here. His name is Fame, or Fume. I know him, I've been knowing him for a while. We played Ark together quite a lot, so it was only natural he came over and started playing with us over here. So he got on and he made himself a little hut over here. And I think he's got a tunnel going down, because he mined up a bunch of stone and added this last night while I was asleep, this tower right here. It's a pretty cool, nifty little tower here. The only problem is I wanted to make the base a lot bigger, so I jumped on today and started making the base bigger. But we'll connect it, figure out a way to connect it all. See, that's what I've been making today. I think he's still asleep. He was up really late last night building this tower, and then I get on today and I was like, no, this base is going to be much, much bigger. So I'm going to make his tower bigger too. Or he can make his tower bigger, whatever. But his tower's pretty cool. He's got stairs, a spiraling staircase that go up. He's got a lookout right here. This was the ceiling to my base. This was the top of it. So you could just walk right out onto the roof and grab a pteranodon anytime you want. And he's got little lookout towers, little lookout windows over here if we ever got into a fight or something. He's got parapets all along the walls here. He had them going all along the side of the base too, but I took them down when I pulled the ceiling off because I'm raising everything up to that level right there. Because what I did, let me climb down here. We should probably station a pteranodon up there just to stay and be ready anytime we needed one. Ooh-ah. What I did... Where's my bird? I lost my bird. There he is. So what I did is I found in one of the airdrops. If you notice out in the distance that blue light right there that's coming down to the ground, that's an airdrop. There's blue ones, there's red ones, there's green ones, there's white ones, purple ones. And you can access them once you get to a certain level. I think you have to be like level 15 or so to get to the green, to open up the green ones, level 35 to open the blue ones, and so on. And in one of those blue drops, I got a behemoth gate. That giant gate right here. And so I had already had plans to extend all this out anyways, and so I just had to widen it out a little bit. I think I went out like 3 squares wider on each side, and extended the my extension. This was already my extension. I extended it out a bit further and then placed down this giant gate right here. It's only wood right now, but I think I can learn the stone one a little later. But it's huge gate, and it's, you know, meant for walking through sauropods and that sort of thing. Big dinos, maybe T-Rexes, that sort of thing. So to make it the rest of the base match and look right, I had to raise the ceiling on the whole base. So I've finished that part and raised it up, and I'm working on the rest of it right now. But I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I'm tired of working on it for the moment. I wanted to take a little break, and I wanted to show you guys a couple things. First of all, I'll show you the drops, what I'm talking about when I mean the drops here. Let me lose some inventory here. Let me place some of my extra stuff here on one of these dinos, and we'll go out and check it out. Alright, here is a green airdrop. I'm coming up on it right now. I should be able to access it. I just have to be really careful because some of the creatures around here are extremely strong in this part of the desert. Where we're at on our base, most of those airdrops end up being in the water, so I can't get to most of them. See, like that right there, that Minotaur would kill my bird in pretty much one hit. So I have to get it away from here. Oh, and there's a rock golem right there in that rock. You see the rock that just moved? Boom! He throws rocks at you. You got to be really careful of those as well. So it's a very dangerous area out here in the desert. Let me see if I can draw him away from that airdrop a little bit and see if I can get to it here. Come on this way, buddy. Sometimes you can get them to fight one another, and that'll distract him. Alright, he turned back into a rock. Let's see if I can get over here now. Alright, be real quick here. Land, jump off. Grab it. We got a blueprint and some train track oil or something. I forget what it's called. Let me see. Rail protection film. So it protects your train tracks, and that's something we're really looking forward to doing a little bit later. And I got a blueprint for a Western wood bed blueprint. Anyways, the higher the level they are, the better stuff you get out of them. Like, for instance, you know, you get some basic blueprints and stuff like that from the green ones. You get a little bit better stuff from the blue ones, and then, of course, the red ones and purple ones, you get better stuff as the higher level goes up. Also, since we've got more people on the server now, we've been toying around with some of these ruins here. And these ruins have got some treasure in them, but it's tricky to get to because there's some dangerous creatures around. Let's see if I can land here, find a safe spot to land. Looks pretty safe right here. All kinds of nasty stuff around here waiting to come out and kill your birds, so you gotta be careful when you land because the Dilophosaurus will come out and attack them, and the raptors will as well. Let me make sure this guy is set to passive. There we go. And what we've been working on is trying to set little traps, and they work a little bit. They're not perfect, but they do help. Basically, what we did is one of us will draw the enemies out. There's skeletons up there. Right there's the treasure chest. You can just barely see it, and there's skeletons that guard it. I don't see any skeletons right now, but anyways, what we've been doing is drawing them over here, and then as they get close, we'll just jump over this block. And they'll fall down into this little pit, and they're stuck down in there, and they can't get out because the enemies can only climb one square at a time. So if you make it too high, they can walk up this way to get to fall into the trap. But once they're in there, as long as it's too high wall all the way around, they can't get back out. So that's one of the things we were working on. There they are. Okay, they were just out of render distance. So let me see if I can draw this guy off. And I should be able to get the treasure. That one throws stuff at you, so I like sitting behind this little wall right here and shooting back at him. Just gonna draw him away, though. It's not really worth fighting him at this time. I'm just gonna draw him away from the treasure a little bit. Get him to pull to one side. We built this trap. This is one of the first ones we experimented with. It's too far away. It needs to be closer up because they lose aggression on you after a certain distance, and no matter what you do, he won't follow you over here. So while the trap does work, it's just hard to get him to follow you all the way over here. And he goes back to his starting position. So we got to get him away from there again. There we go. Come on, big guy. Come over this way. Throwing those axes at me is hateful. Alright, now let's see if we can get the treasure. Oh, there's one more. Draw him away too. Ow! There, I got him in the trap. I don't understand how they've programmed the AI for these guys, but they just, after a certain time, they just like give up and they go back to their starting point. It's easier with two people, obviously. You can have one person draw him out while the other person runs over there and grabs the treasure. Like, that's what we were doing. But let me try getting over there now. I've distracted him. Alright, run up. Grab the treasure. Take it all. Run away! Cool, we got it. We got the treasure. We're getting out of here. Ugh. Get out. Get up. Get up. Alright, cool. What did we get? We got some magic stuff, didn't we? We got a glass bottle for making potions, for storing your potions, and we got some essence. We got fire magic essence, thunder magic essence, earth magic essence, and water magic essence. And you need those to craft a lot of the magical items in the game. They provide the energy for those for the spells and for the crafting. So you gotta find those out in the world, craft those. Oh crap, raptor! Let's get out of here. Raptor will make short work of my poor little bird. Alright, well, while Fame is asleep, I wanted to check out this little hut he built. So I haven't seen the inside of it yet. But I saw he was digging a lot before he put a roof on it, so I assumed he was digging a tunnel. Yeah, it looks like he has. That's an interesting little layout. I like the look of this one. I like the way the outside, he's got the little stacks on the sides. That looks pretty neat. The wood and the stone for the contrast. It looks pretty cool. Let's see what he's got going on downstairs. Got a nice little tunnel here. Opens up into a huge, huge room. Now I see where he got all the stone. Bind all that stone out to get the stone for that building upstairs. Alright, pretty cool. Maybe he'll work on it a little more. We'll see what he can do with this. He's got more here. It doesn't really look like it goes down any. The one back here looked like it went down a little bit, but I don't want to get down there and not have a way back out. I suppose I could always mine my way back out, tunnel my way back out. Alright. I'm not sure what he's doing with all this, but we'll see. We'll check back on it later, see what Fame is going to be doing with this. For now, I got to gather some more stone because I've run out of stone to make my walls for my base. So actually, this looks like as good a place as any. I'll mine out a little bit of stone here, I think. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys one other thing here, the wood wand. BB made one, I learned it as well, but BB made a wooden wand, which is used to collect resources, the gems and stuff, all these that look like gems, and he used it to clean up his mine shaft that goes all the way down to bedrock, the one that he made. I showed it to you guys previously, I believe. And he cleaned up the mine shaft now so it's not blocked by any more of those of the gems in the way, so you can just run straight up and down this mine shaft now. It's nice. It's much more convenient that way of having to stop and go around some of the gems or crouch up underneath them and that sort of thing. Makes it much easier to get in and out of this thing. It's really cool. There's one other thing he was working on. I'm not sure what he's doing here. I'll have to get him online one day and we can talk to you guys. But he's working on something right here. It looks amazing. It's basically, this goes into the ocean. And somehow he's figured a way to make it where you can walk right into the ocean. He's he's cleared out all the floor so we can just walk in and, oh crap, that's a shark right there. There's a bunch of sharks right there. But basically he's got like a waterfall into the underground tunnel there. It's really, really neat. Basically, we could just come out here and go swimming, or if we wanted to tame some water creatures, we could put a pen right here. We'd have an underground access to it. I thought that was amazing when I first saw it. It's like, wow. And basically, it looks like all he did was tunnel into it and just make sure that everything was flat on the top. And then he's got a little trench dug right here that I guess keeps the water from coming into the base. Really neat, though. Really cool. Anyways, let's get back upstairs. I got a lot of work to do to finish on this base up here.
One eternity later.
Oh gosh, it's finished. It's finished, guys. Finally! After about 6 hours of gathering and building, I have finally finished the addition to the base. Technically, it's not completely finished, but the outside is completely finished. This thing is massive. We're going to make this tower much, much bigger now. But yeah, I'm proud of it. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's a giant, giant, giant base now. Now we got to go inside and work on it. I need to get some things done. I need to make I need to raise the roof, so to speak, inside the base. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Currently, it is the ceiling is what, 3 squares high, and then the ceiling, so I guess it's technically 4. But I need to raise it up to 5 or 6 squares high. So all this has got to be torn out, and I got to place in a new ceiling for the 2nd floor. And then I think I'm just going to leave this right here all open for big dinos to come in and out of that back gate right there. Just leave this area wide open and have this area here to be our living quarters and building crafting stations down below still. So I'm going to leave that the same. It's just I need to raise the floor of this level up a couple of squares so that it's a little more room for some dinos to get in and out. Like they could go underneath here to go out the back gate if we raise this up a little bit. That's the sort of the thing I'm looking for now. But that'll have to wait for the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, guys. Post me any comments or questions down below. And hey, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.